The Kicking It with KP show is made possible by Lonnie Walker's Underground Wonder Bar, Kevon Smith's Island Recorders, Kelly's Towing, Ronnie Stackhouse Major Works, Downtown Productions, Austin Music Center, where great deals are made, and Low and Slow Barbecue Turkey. Everybody loves it low and slow. Thanks, guys. Get ready, Chicago. The next Kickin' with KP show starts right now. My special guest today is Pastor Bellamy. Pastor Bellamy, how are you?
I am well, Kevin.
All right.
I am well.
All right. Okay, it's so good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And,
I'm delighted to be with you.
Good, good. Because I wanted to get you for a while, and you know, I just feel all this love and everything from you. So I know you're an upstanding guy, and of course, your deacon is a really good friend of mine.
Sam is Mr. Maywood.
Sam is Mr. Maywood.
Yeah.
So let's get right down to business. Tell
Okay.
you and audience just how you got your start.
Well, my dad has been pastoring the Christ Temple Church of the Apostolic Faith since about 1968. We started out on the west side of Chicago. After being there for a few years, the ministry was expanding, and Dad looked for larger facilities. And one of the deacons just happened to be driving through Maywood and spotted the church here on the corner of 6th Avenue and Pine. Dad drove by, looked at it, liked it. The owners were asking for like about $150,000 for it. Wow. And Dad was an astute businessman, top-notch negotiator, and Dad offered them $80,000 cash.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. So he went to Maywood Proviso State Bank, talked with the president there, and secured $80,000 cash. Came back and paid for it, and we've been here ever since.
Well, God bless you. I'm glad you made it. Now, that's wonderful. Now tell me about you. When did you feel that you were going to be pastoring?
You know, Kevin, I knew when I was about 8 years old that I was going to be called into the ministry. The Lord began to deal with me in my youth.
Okay.
And as I got older and became active in the ministry along with my father, I realized that the Lord was training me to work along with him. So in 1990, the Lord called me into the ministry, the preaching ministry. In 1993, I became an ordained minister at the urging of my dad. He forced me into it.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
1995, he made me his assistant pastor. And then in 2005, Dad was ill, not able to function in the ministry at the optimum level. So then he became senior pastor and made me pastor. So I functioned as his assistant pastor for about 10 years. I knew that the Lord had called me into the ministry to preach. I knew that someday I would pastor, but quite honestly, I didn't want to pastor here. I wanted to go someplace else.
Well, I mean, that's quite big shoes to fill, right?
Yes, yes. And I heard Pastor Byron Brazier make the remark after his dad, Bishop Arthur Brazier, passed.
What a guy, huh?
Yes, phenomenal guy. Someone made remarks about him walking in his dad's shoes, and he says, I could never walk in my dad's shoes. I can only follow in his shadow.
Oh, how great is that?
Yeah, and
so that's what you're doing.
That's
then.
what I'm doing, just following his shadow.
Oh man, that's great. That's great. Okay, so what are like some of your congregation members? What do they like about coming here?
Maywood has been for us since 1975 a very warm community. We're right here on the corner. The people in the community have embraced us so warmly and been supportive of the ministry. In the last 7 years, we have been able to attract more people from the immediate area. We have been pretty much drawing people from out of the Maywood area, Chicago, far east, south side of Chicago, Bolingbrook,
Wow.
Joliet, Itasca, you know. But recently, we're getting more people from the immediate area. Maywood has been very good to us.
That's great.
And we've gotten some good support here.
That's wonderful, because you know there's a lot of churches here, you know, and a lot of people have gone generation after generation after generation. It's kind of like how we did it here.
Yeah.
But so I was just hoping that they would be warm to, you know, new people coming in, the new
Yeah.
blood, fresh blood coming in,
Yeah,
and taking it
yeah.
another step
Yeah,
further.
yeah.
You know, because that's what we all need to do. We have to grow all the way to we're there.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, it's just great having you on the show, and the things that you do in the community. I mean, I see it, you know, because I live right here. You're real close to my house.
Yeah.
And I get to see the trucks when they come out here, the semis that come out here with the food that they
For the
give
food
away.
drive, and you know what? During our food drives, Kevin, we've actually had people with tears in their eyes and just walking as they were getting their food, you know, thanking God, because there are people who are in their homes who need food, but they're too embarrassed to let somebody know that they're hungry.
Yes, sir.
And so we're committed to serving the community in whatever way that we can, and we're having our food drive again at the end of the month, and we're trying to find, and we go out, we send out 4 teams on a regular basis into the community, going door to door, seeing how we can help people.
And they have come to my place.
And yes.
And we have gotten some food. You know, thank you. You know,
Yeah,
we don't turn
yeah.
down blessings, because that's what it's all about,
Yeah.
giving and sharing. That's just wonderful, man. You know, and the community needs that here. It helps to keep us uplifted and, of course, protected, which is, you know,
Yeah,
the main
yeah,
thing. You
yeah.
know, so I just appreciate everything that you do. I'm glad that you have the chance to, out of your busy schedule, and sit down or stand up with us for a minute. And
How could I say no to you?
I don't know. You can probably many different ways to see this. You know, there's many ways. But we're happy to have you here. We're happy that you are willing to participate in our gospel special. This is a whole new thing for us, and something I always wanted to do, but now I really, after having my little chat with the Lord, with, you know, my little endeavors and things, which I thank Him for so much, for saving my life. I'm just grateful, and I said, you know, I'm going to make this part of the show where every 2 or 3 months we do a gospel to uplift the community, and we just want to tell everybody out there, this is a great man. The things they do here in the community are, I'm sure, things that other churches should follow and do. Would you say that's correct?
I think that is correct.
I think that's correct.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and
Yes.
of course you are an upstanding person in the community here, and glad to have you as a neighbor and as a friend.
Thank you. I've got to come and check out some meetings here, and I want to check the sermon and everything else.
Please
so
do.
I would be very, very thrilled to be here. I kind of grew up in this church a long time ago. So
Is that right?
There's no churches around here that I have not been in and spent a lot of time in as a youth. Because that's the way it was back in our day. We had mentors everywhere. And the churches, they looked out for us, like after school and things like that. They had all types of programs, reading programs, art programs, you know, you name it, math programs, social studies, black history. So the church is wonderful here in this community, and we need it so much, and we just want to say it's about to rain, and we're going to cut it right here.
Very good.
All right. Thanks once again for being on, Pastor. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
This is Pastor Bellamy from, there it is right there, Christ Temple Church.